Welcome back to Retro Wednesday at the Tidarium Hangar. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about the 1987 Kinder Mask Laser Command. Now, this is not part of series 1, 2, 3, or 4. It is its own thing. It's an experimental item by Kinder, and it does incorporate the mask features of a transforming crate, but it institutes electronics in this truck. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the figures. We're going to see this in action coming up. So to be fully honest with you, I had this thing for about a decade, but it was incomplete and I didn't know how it worked and I didn't bother trying to figure out how it worked. And then I saw a YouTube video of somebody actually showing how it works. I got excited about it, so I got mine completed, so I had to do that. So looking at this though, it is quite interesting. It just looks like a big old truck. 75% or maybe 65% of it is just electronics and non-usable, and then this really is the only usable part of this. Now, I do like the fact it is blue. It does have these sticker decals all over it. It does have some paint, some vac metallized looking paint going on the rims right there. You do have some vac metallized on these pieces right here. From the back, you do have a sticker right here. This is the battery compartment, so you lift up on this and here's the battery compartment. Now I knocked the battery out, so that's fun, let me tell you. But inside here is where you put your batteries, and be careful with all that fun stuff. Let's close her back up. Moving around to this side, looks about the same. You got another one of these. Sticker's probably not in the greatest of condition out there, but still, it's a working laser command. It gets the job done. It looks pretty good. Now, you also have a crate. Now, this is called the Ratfang, and it's driven by Miles Mayhem, and we're going to take a look at the figures after we look at the actual item. But here's the crate. Now, the crate itself is called the Hornet. Now, the Hornet is a transforming item, and it does have the illusion of being a crate, but it opens up into this here to form a little airplane. Now, I always thought this was strange how it transforms into this little airplane. You have a little gun right here, but it sits kind of funny. It sits real odd. If you were to just display it like this, it sits strange. So you definitely need his seatbelt or harness or whatever in there to keep him in place, to keep him intact. And this will have some electronics in it itself. Let's see, the battery compartment on this one is right here. So there you go. It has the infrared technology. If you looking at this, you have a lot of stickers on this guy. A lot of stickers. It says up. You have sticker right here, sticker on the inside. You have this danger, Will Robinson. And then there's stickers in the front. Stickers right there. It says mask, the ultimate illusion, right? And then more of the same stickers on this side. So that's how it is stickered up. Looking at all the great stickers and all this stuff. And this is transformed up. So let's get into the full party trick and see what it does. Now that we have this open, I do want to show you it does have a steering wheel. We have the gear shifter in there, just some molded detail inside, but not a whole lot of molded detail. There is some molded detail in there, but no stickers that I see. I don't know if they just weren't applied. I don't know if there was any that were supposed to go on it. Little kind of boring on the inside there, but hey, at least it's got real seats, right? Now, I'm not 100% sure why it has this feature here, but it's I guess so they could give something to this. I don't think that these little wings are going to help it fly, so they might be little lasers or something, but I'm not 100% sure what they are supposed to do other than over time get real loose and floppy, which I do not like about this vehicle. These things, I don't like to put them out because I don't want them to get loose and floppy, and so I'm just going to leave them in probably for the rest of the time I own them. So this is take number 2. A little bit dark for this shot, but there's a reason why. I guess my lighting setup is triggering the effect. So anyway, the bottom here, and we're just going with some ambient light. There's how you turn it on, and you're going to notice that there's a light on right here. And then you're going to use the infrared from this to set it all off. So looking at the side here, there's the button for the infrared, and you fly through and capture all that on camera. So that's kind of a cool effect. But it's funny because we're going to try to put it all back together, and we're gonna see if my lighting setup triggers it again like it did the first time. That's crazy. So I guess if you don't have one of these, then your lighting setup might actually just trigger it to work anyway. So when we reset this, what we're gonna have to do is reconnect these wheels like this. And let me go ahead and turn this off, kick back my lighting setup back on so we can see what's going on here. So when you push this in, it resets, it clips in to this bar, and everything I feel is real delicate on this, and I would not want to have to take this apart to fix it. So you want to put the wheels on before you put the hood on, because the hood's going to clamp down real tight. You put these two into here and reset it. And then we have to do the door, and it sure flings that door way across the way there. So we're gonna reset this, and then we're gonna do a test, and we're gonna see if it'll be activated again by my lighting setup. So I'm gonna kill my lighting setup. I might just cut this out if it doesn't work. We're gonna turn it on. As you can see, it's fine. And then here comes the light. Not shooting the door off. There it is. So that really is strange. So I guess I use a 200 watt lighting setup in here, and maybe this 200 watt light is just so bright that it's working with it. Well, that's just really strange. I didn't expect that to happen. So anyhow, maybe that's going to help. If you don't have a crate and you want to see if yours works, get a hold of a 200 watt light bulb and see if that works. Okay, so figures removed from the vehicles. Let's have a look at Miles Mayhem, and as you can see, it's an actual recolor of the other Miles Mayhem, the original one, and they use the same mask, and it's just recolored. So here is the mask and the Miles Mayhem. Let's take that mask off. The mask is called the Raynet, and it's a reuse of the Viper mask, and it's the same figure, just recolored and repainted. And it looks cool. It's really interesting how they repainted these. I am really into recolors now. I wasn't back in the day. For some reason now, I really like the recolors, and I probably should have picked all those up earlier. But that is Miles Mayhem. This is Matt Tracker, and it says it's a Lasertron helmet and a reuse of the Ultra Flash helmet. So it's the same helmet. This is this is actually featured in the artwork. It features in the artwork right there. But anyway, this is the Rhino driver version of the figure, and this is this version of the figure. So as you can see all the similarities there between the two. I don't think they're exactly the same though, or they just didn't paint all the paint apps on it, but that's what they look like side by side. It looks like the legs might be different, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's get a closer look at these legs. And no, they're the same. The legs are the same. Get all the light on it. But it's nice that they still you could kind of have this figure and repaint it if you want, if you don't want to spend the crazy money to get that guy. And here's a quick size comparison to a couple of other vehicles. I think everyone's going to have a Thunderhawk in their collection, so you can kind of see it's longer and way taller, over double the height of the Thunderhawk. And you can also see next to the Stiletto, and the Stiletto is a pretty sleek but wide vehicle, so that's part of a size comparison there. And there's a back view. Just it's about the same, similar width. This is a little bit narrower because he's got like a dually looking thing going on right there. And there's a lot of similarities between these two guys. Just kind of look, they have the same sort of inducted hood there, the same sort of decals right there. The front end looks the same. Maybe they're based off the same truck more or less. I just realized that. Just looking at this, they look the same. They got the same kind of decal on the side right there. Just the same running board, except this one's shorter. That's interesting. I don't know, man. Am I the last person on the planet to realize that these look like they're the same vehicle, more or less, just kind of reused in here? They even have the moonroof going on right there. Huh, quite interesting. So this is my look at the 1987 Kenner Laser Command for Mask, and it's a pretty cool toy. It looked kind of lame at the surface, but it's still a pretty cool toy. I like it. It's got a nice feature. If you have this, you want to test the electronics in it every 6 months or so. Do not let these Kinder motors sit, because the Kinder motors will seize up over time. Also, I did do a quick check on this on eBay. There's about 6 or 7 of them available in various forms of completeness. They range anywhere from 300 to 500, well, you know, around that range. But it's one of the rarest ones out there. It's hard to get, but if you take your time, you can get one or piece one together for a reasonable price. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have this? Do you like this? Have you seen this before? Did you think it was lame before this video? Like, subscribe. Titanium Hanger out. Alright, so the big party trick here. First of all, you have to turn it on. On the bottom, there is the on and off switch.